What's up, guys? I'm Jack.
I'm Doug, and welcome to the Mimuvi podcast.
We have a very special guest here today, my friend, colleague, and someone I've known for a long time, Shaneverkest.
Hi everybody, I'm Shaneverkest.
So, Shane, where are you from? What do you do? Who are you?
Yeah, well, so I'm just a guy. I'm from Michigan. I do a lot of stuff on YouTube, and actually recently I've been doing a lot of work with Mimuvi, specifically in animation, which I'm really excited about, and I'm excited to talk about today.
Sweet, man. What have you been doing with Mimuvi?
Yeah, so basically I joined on the Mimuvi team a little bit ago, and we talked about developing an animated series to put on YouTube geared towards people who do video, which that's like a whole market that's not really filled at the moment. I mean, there's so many inside jokes, there's so much comedy in what we do, and there's so much to joke about in the world of video that a lot of videographers would understand. So we wanted to make a show for them, you know, like an animated show for the person who shoots weddings, for jokes that they will get, you know what I mean?
Okay, sweet, man.
So, Shane, where does your background in animation come from?
Yeah, so I've never really had a lot of work with animating myself, and I've been really learning with that. But I have a lot of work with animation because I'm part of a YouTube channel called the Roundtable, and I talk about animation pretty much every day of my life. So I'm not an expert, but I do know a lot about the medium, and I'm such a huge fan of animation that I'm excited to make my own animated thing for once.
Sweet.
Right, so from my knowledge, I know you've been to conventions and things like that through Roundtable to talk about animation. So what are some of those conventions like? What's it like being a YouTuber?
Oh gosh, I wouldn't even say that. I've never really felt like a YouTuber. I don't pick up a camera and record my friends, you know what I mean? I guess I'm more on like the traditional media side of it, but it's still an incredible job, and I've enjoyed working every day. It's weird. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of weird because when you start off, you think it's incredible that people are like looking at your stuff. But
yeah, for sure.
pretty soon it becomes like this weird sort of numbers game. You know, like it's like a challenge to yourself. Like when I put out a video, the first time it got, I'd say like 10,000 views. Insane, right? Like I was humbled, like it was great. But now it's like, I want to be better, I want to get better at that. So YouTube on the inside is really a numbers game. As much as you love the craft, as much as you love making videos, and there's that side of it totally, there's that other side of it that you sort of want to get better at, getting your stuff out there and showing it to people. So I think that's kind of an interesting thing about it.
Okay, sweet.
So I know, like, how does this tie into the Mimuvi, like animation and things like that? So do you, with your knowledge of animation, is that how you kind of picked up on how to animate it and do things like that, just through me? Because I know you've met animators and people like that, and I know you work through Federator.
Yeah, I've been really blessed to work under Federator at the Roundtable. I've been blessed to meet all sorts of incredible people in the animation community and in animation entirely, which is really crazy. And I think that you learn a lot about like the inside, like what's behind that smokescreen, and you get like a practical view of the world of animation. And if you love it, you know, that's just as cool as the outside. But I think that's working in video in general, you know what I mean? You put your heart and soul into something, and all of a sudden it becomes more than something you just watch. It's something you participate in, you're a part of. So we really wanted to carry that into Mimuvi, that sort of spirit of like creating. And I really love animation, so I wanted to try to make my own animated thing. And with the support of everybody at Mimuvi, I mean, we're all super excited for this project. We love how it's turning out so far. It's been a learning experience. I mean, as somebody who spent his life watching animation, the first time I tried to animate anything, I realized just how far behind I really was. Just how tough that side of it was. It's not easy. You know, you got a camera, you point it at something, right? But if you watch a Pixar movie, if you watch anything animated, that desk in the background, somebody had to put it there.
Yeah,
somebody had to make that desk. It's so much more work than anything in video, and I think it doesn't get a lot of credit. But like definitely have learned a lot about how hard that process is from animating, and I still love it. I think it's really great.
So I think now would be a good time to actually go ahead and show that clip, and then we can talk about it and break it down. Okay. So we'll cut to your, what's it called again?
The working title is Camp City.
Hey, Ramovu.
Yeah, buddy?
Remember when I suggested that beach vacation?
Yeah.
With the amazing nature and the beautiful sunsets?
Of course, of course.
Well, this is not what I had in mind.
So it looked different in the pictures. It still has a lot of charm to it.
It's a literal garbage dump! We're in a literal landfill right now!
Can you relax? It's not the worst thing in the world. We still have plenty to eat.
What? We're film equipment. We don't eat food.
Oh, right.
Were you looking for restaurants? This is a deserted garbage dump. What do you think, there's a Taco Bell nearby?
Ooh, Taco Bell actually sounds really good right now.
There is no Taco Bell.
You're harsh and are mellow, man. Me and Dumb Phone are gonna get some Taco Bell and relax. See? Dumb Phone agrees.
Look, I can't deal with this. I have an event to shoot. I'm just gonna call Drone and have him fly me out of this godforsaken place.
Why would you call me when I'm right here?
Ah! What are you doing here?
What? I can't come on holiday with you guys?
This is not a vacation.
Hey, buddy, wanna go get Taco Bell with us?
I quit. Just fly me home.
I wish, but I don't have that much power left.
So am I, come to think of it. No biggie. I'll just plug my charger in. Oh, no.
I hate you all so much.
Wow, Shane. It seems like you put a lot of effort into that. Good job, man. Good job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, you know what? It's a group effort, though. A lot of people, a lot of work that goes into it, and I'm just glad it's turning out, not bad.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
I think it's really good. So Shane, what does it take to like go into that side of animation, like the layers and things like that, just to be able to work with it? Using the voices, putting the movement, making the backgrounds. Like, what does it entail?
So picture animation is this long process, way longer than just drawing anything. An episode of Family Guy takes 9 months to make.
Oh my gosh.
That's true, and that blew my mind when I first found that out. The more I started working in animation, the more I'm like, it only takes them 9 months? Like, it's crazy. So you start with a concept, right? So you have like a writer's meeting, we'll be throwing out ideas, and then you have to take those ideas and you have to sort of wrap them into what a story would be, like a typical 3-act structure episode. Once you have that down, you kind of do the plot beats of the episode, then you move on to the actual scripting of it, and then you record it. And that's like a whole different ballgame, because it'd be like putting together an entire podcast, except after it's done, you have to also animate it. So I had a lot of work in just creating models for it, like creating the characters, because the characters, it's a GoPro camera, a drone, it's the remote view, and it's a smartphone who's an idiot, so we call him Dumb Phone.
Oh, okay.
He's real clever. and I think that just making them from scratch was kind of like a process of its own, because you had to like construct these characters yourself. And you had to we had to figure out for a while, we had to figure out how to make them talk. Like, what do they do to talk? How do they, because we can't put lips on them, right?
Well, right.
Yeah. That would look really weird.
Yeah, it would.
So we sort of do the flashing light thing, we do little movements to try to convey, and we're still working through it, It's not perfect yet, but it's a lot better than it was when it started. So, yeah, once you get that episode scripted and done, you have to animate it. And that's just a matter of making the backgrounds from scratch, putting the characters in the backgrounds, figuring out how they're going to move, what angles you need, and honestly, you treat it a lot like you're filming something. I do a lot, I tackle it sort of like with that mindset of, this is a close-up shot, this is the wide angle, so I can cut back and forth, because that's the medium I know how to film stuff. So if I can translate that sort of visual language to animation, it's a lot less complicated.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to handle, I think.